What is up, everybody? Doing an update on the tanks. Uh, the 29 gallons has been doing really well. Algae hasn't been, actually haven't seen any algae at all. Snails have been pooping too much, as you can see there. I need to get some loaches. The first fish I'm gonna get in here are probably gonna be loaches, just to get rid of these snails. But swords, I cut back all the bad leaves, except for that one. Still got a few bad leaves I need to cut off, but you can see in the middle all those new bright green leaves. For some reason, leaves that grow in my tank, like, look at those leaves. They don't start near the stem, but they're just growing like that. But whenever I buy swords, the leaves die completely back, and then they get new leaves that are more, I don't know, ovalish, long oval kind of kite thing. They look like that. Start farther down. I don't know why. It's kind of. I like it. It's not because I just don't like that kind of leaf, but I don't know why it does that. Pulled off all the little plantlets on there, so it's be a while since until it grows some new plants. But everything's doing well. This plant, forgot the name of it again. Growing really high and tall, not any leaves down there, but it's growing a new little stem off of itself. Sword back here, same thing, started growing some new leaves. And duckweed was completely out of control. I mean, literally, it was covering half the tank, and by the end of by halfway through this month, it would have just been completely covered. So I took some out, put it in the Biotope 10. This flower stem still hasn't flowered, but it's growing a lot of leaves off of it. Even started growing roots off of the part that's still underwater. Don't know exactly what that is. Maybe it's still actually like forming a new plant, but hopefully it'll bloom anytime soon. Crypts are doing well. Still, crypts are just slow growers, so I'm not expecting any really amazing growth anytime soon. But tank's doing really well. Alright guys, so here's a 10-gallon biotope. Let me turn the main light on so you can see it. Just got this light on for like nighttime and stuff. It looks more realistic, like the moonshine. So leaves are kind of like fungusing. I don't know if that's supposed to happen or not, so I'm still a little bit worried. First fish I'm gonna put in here are actually gonna be guppies. If they do well for about like a month or two, then I'll try some rams or pistos. But right now I'm just gonna let it settle. I took a whole bunch of duckweed, put it in here. Not sure how well it's gonna do, but hopefully it'll get as wild, as crazy as that tank was, and kind of dim the light a little bit more, because natural habitat and they had really dim lighting because of the forest above. The roots look pretty cool. I'm just gonna show you that. And this tank, all the cories died. No idea why, but I decided to make this into a paladarium, whatever it is. I think the reason that tank didn't work is just because it's oddly shaped. I didn't have enough tall driftwood to really poke out above the water surface. But this one actually is working really well. Since the water level was lowered, I hacked down most of the sand plants. Just really the Rotala and the Ludwigia, not as much, but I hacked it down a little bit, so it's not bending and looking weird. And I planted all the cuttings right there just to see how well they do. And if they do well, I'll put them behind that wood, which I'll get to in a sec. But I'll put them behind that wood. But right now, they actually look really cool right there. So I think I just might make that a little bit more dense. The suckish thing is, after I already started pulling out all the plants, and I started putting the driftwood in, I realized that this bunch of hairgrass right here, it actually was producing runners like crazy. As you can see, all those white little lines. See, yeah, all those white little lines are runners, and it actually was looking really nice, but I had to take it out. So right now, I'm just hoping it'll reset itself. Let me give you a top view of the Rotala. Put the lights all around a little bit. That's what it looks like from above. Ludwig too. Cutting Ludwig actually looks kind of cool right where it is, and just kind of make that area really dense. Get that sword to grow a little bit more. Make that area right behind there dense. I just don't want to see the background because the background is just that wall. So just try to make the plants as much of the background as possible. And that's kind of it. Then we get to the driftwood and what I did with that. Right now, right after the hairgraphs has actually been producing a lot of runners, blah blah blah. Okay, let's get to the driftwood, which is actually the interesting part, other than the fact that this is now a paladarium. So what I did with the driftwood and the sword plants is kind of what you do with Java moss and Anubias. I took the driftwood from over there, but pretty nice height, just peaks above the water level, and I actually found this driftwood was perfect because it had a whole bunch of holes in it, and I just found a whole bunch of nooks and crevices, and I put the sword plants in those nooks and crevices, so hopefully it'll kind of grow its roots around where it's growing right now, and kind of hook on, grow bigger, and get some leaves above the surface to help it with its help it get some more CO2. Got my flu shot today, and now it's feeling a little bit painful. I hate flu shots. Who doesn't? And we guys, Rutala is doing really well. Maybe better aerial view. Actually, looks really nice. Just don't want to drop my eye touch in the water. As you might have seen, I got a little bit of duckweed in this tank. Nothing I'm really worried about right now, but if it gets out of control, I'll just remove most of it. This is pretty much it. So I hope this tank will work with the paladarium, but I'm just gonna wait another month or so until I get some more fish. One, to let the tank reset itself, and two, figure out completely what I'm going to do with this tank for right now. But some of you might not have known, but I actually have a plant. I don't know if you guys see that right now, but I have a plant right back there, and it's doing okay. I don't really pay attention to it or care or really do anything with it, but it's surviving. Yeah, definitely get yourself some Rotala. Dwarfcichlidtank.weebly.com might be selling them in the next by the end, maybe before Christmas. I don't know how soon I can get that set up, but you guys can get some Rotala. Great plant. I think I'll sell hairgrass in little bunches like this, and swords, of course, because I have way too many right now. Rotala. I think I'll sell them in cuttings like that, or maybe I'll have like short, medium, tall. This looks really nice, like that, just in the front of your tank. Give some density. A nice place for fry to hide. If you are breeding fish in a tank like this, you put a whole bunch of short Rotala, and infusorians will grow there, which are basically just microscopic animals that fry, small fry like beta fry and ram fry. Like German blue ram and Bolivian ram, pretty much the only species in that genus. But tank's looking nice so far. Also, I moved the filter from over there to over here just because it doesn't work very well with paladariums, and I put bamboo cuttings in here. So that's it. Maybe one last overview of this paladarium and sorry, hiccups, and I'll be off. Ah, look at that Rotala. Look at those swords. See?